Hello, this is Starshot here to welcome you back to my Let's Play of Ys Origin. We last left off finally confronting the big bad boss, and then finding our way here to the flooded prison, where we ran around killing more enemies, finding some boots that make us dash now, and now we've are just continuing to explore to figure out where we have to go from here. So let's get started. So I pretty much want to go after that chest that I saw before that we couldn't get. And hopefully we shouldn't have any more problems here, or at least, you know, since we are a new level at least, we should be definitely much better equipped to take on some of these enemies. And that it is a good idea, like, if you want to make sure to get stronger and be able to deal with any of the monsters, to actually fight them, not just run away from them all the time. But then again, there are very few games where you're actually allowed to do that. Like, sure, in a lot of RPGs you can try to escape from the battles, but there's still a chance that you can't, and even then you still need to fight someone, or at least you're always, you know, obligated to fight the bosses. And then of course, in some RPGs the whole random encounters thing too, so you can't pick and choose which battles you face and which ones you don't. Come on. Yeah, I'm taking a little bit too much damage here, I think. But I need to take care of these two here. Or at least one of them, apparently, since he's down here with me and all. Well, let me just hit that switch there. And then take care of this guy here. Oh yeah, that's the other fun thing. You can actually open a chest even while you're fighting, even while an enemy's nearby. And we just got an increase to our whirlwind ability. Yeah, I guess I wasn't sure kind of what the advantage to the level 3 was now. Yeah, it doesn't really say exactly kind of what the upgrade is, really. But since we finally got that, let me go ahead and maybe run back to the save point here so we can heal up again. Because as confident as I am in my skills to fight these enemies sometimes, it's still a good idea to just have that buffer there. There we go. And I do want to at least get to level 13 before I kind of check out that other area there. But yeah, so I always, like, I guess the topic I was talking about before was the whole thing about the Secret of Mana remake and how I feel like they didn't really put in the effort to fully kind of improve upon it. Like, they definitely made improvements, but they still missed quite a few things, I think, as well. And so, like, I guess, and then of course the question being, like, how did they come to decide on doing a remake for Secret of Mana? And, you know, what made them think that some of the changes they made were all they needed to do for it. You know, so that's just kind of what I think about this whole situation with them and all that, and hopefully that it'll somehow resolve itself, or, you know, who knows, maybe we'll just simply forget about it and move on and enjoy other games until they decide to do another remake for some reason. There we go. I'm pretty close to the level now, so I think I should be able to kill a few of these last slime guys here before I need to run back to heal up. Because I guess the biggest problem is mostly these guys, isn't it? There we go, finally. Now let's go check out over here. Okay, we just got some water here. Okay, yeah, that's not gonna work. I can already see that I'm gonna die from lack of oxygen because of that area there, so best to avoid it for now until we find a way to breathe on the water. And as you can see, we also got some pretty good buffs here going on the side of our health bar here, where, you know, added +3 strength, +2 defense, 1.8 times speed, and then all the XP buff. And then of course we're getting a lot of SP as well. That should hopefully help out in getting the buffs and blessings we want to hopefully get eventually. Go. But yeah, so I guess, yeah, as I said, I feel like when it comes to remakes, when they decide to do one, I feel like they should, that it's something that they need to fully capitalize on to its fullest potential. I feel like the best example of a good remake was the Samus Metroid Returns, or I think that's how it's called, or Metroid 2 Samus Returns. I think that was the best example I've ever seen of a game who got a remake, and you know, I think that did everything right. Like, you know, you got the whole new, like, you got the facelift, you know, so everything looks pretty and awesome. You got the improvements to the gameplay. You got new stuff they've added for people to enjoy, and you know, it's like it's almost a completely different game. So, like, I feel like there's only so much you should keep the same when you decide to do a remake for a game, compared to, you know, instead of just ripping it, or compared to doing a port or a facelift like a lot of the HD remakes were doing. There we go. So yeah, we're pretty much set for now. Yeah, I don't think there's any blessings I want to do. And you don't really have to save, but it's always recommended that you do. But we're going over to this area here, where, oh, whoa, we apparently taking on the spirited girl here. Wow. And she at least remembered us because we wield an axe. Yes, it's the spirited girl with the tattoos, even though she really only has the ones below her eyes and then the ones beside her stomach there. Veligunder? Who the heck is Veligunder? Yep, you know, that giant red creature that was, you know, at least 10 times taller than me, and, you know, several times larger than anything I've ever faced. But yeah, I trounced him just without no problem whatsoever. I guess Kushigo was right. Well, that's good, I guess. But she's still calling us names. And at least Unica's standing up for herself. That's always good. And yeah, for those of you who don't know, a Picard is actually a kind of like a farm animal creature that's special to this world. It's kind of like a mix between a boar and a mole, I think. Or a pig and a mole. But yeah, they're called Picards. And we'll, of course, sadly won't really see too many of them around here, but they do tend to show up a lot in the Ys franchise. So you'll definitely run into them when you get the chance. So what is it with this person wanting to eviscerate? Come on. So far it seems like the best time to fight her is when she kind of goes in for that fiery spear move there. And then afterwards, it's better to just simply keep dodging her until she opens herself up to that move again. Yep, and she even has a defensive move too, but for the most part, once you get to level 13 and kind of figure out her pattern, you can pretty much take her out without too much trouble. Come on. There we go. So yeah, nothing too much trouble. I probably could have beaten her at level 11 as well, but at 13 you have a better time. Yeah, you definitely shouldn't have let your guard down, Missy. Yeah, I guess that's sort of what I got from her too, Unica. Yes, that's the only promise I get, you know, is for beating her, even though she's still alive. Yeah, apparently she's not very smart if she can't even, you know, feel like she could at least remember a name of someone who, you know, is fighting her and has to deal with. We don't know your name yet either, spirited girl. Wait, why is... Seriously, we just fought Epona? From, you know, the, like the horse from Zelda, really? Of course, I'm not sure if this game came out before that or not. I would have to look it up, I forget, but either way, it's still kind of a weird name to have, I guess. Well, that's good to know. That apparently they're not from Ys, even though I feel like that should have been apparent by now. That apparently there are other people in the world that, you know, outside of Ys that exist. Yes, you tried and failed, and so that means you're letting me off with a warning, not because I beat you and you're running away now. And there she goes. Well, let's go ahead and see what's over here. Oh, cool. Giant pedestal with a chest on it. Always means something important. Oh, hey, water dragon scales. Yeah, apparently they make you allowed to breathe on the water now, so who knows how that really works, but mystical artifacts and all that. Oh, and I'm also getting a call on my shell. Yeah, it's just the shell, don't worry, Unica. So we're now healing from Leah. Yeah, I'm just gonna call her Leah because I wasn't able to pronounce her name that well the first time, so I'm just gonna call her Leah. Or Leah. Yeah, Leah. You need to be back to the base like you should have already. Yeah, you're just so cheerful and, you know, like, oh, nothing's wrong, I'm not gonna get in trouble whatsoever. Yeah, because you're the one who's ordered to return to base long before this. But oh well. At least that made us, or allowed us to do plenty of stuff. Yep, there's Galleon. He's definitely looks like a Galleon to me. And here's Cecilia. I guess that works too. I wonder when can you get armor like that somewhere? Yeah, we were ordered by you, Roy. No one else. Well, yeah, with how tall this tower is, I'm sure it's gonna take a while to explore the entire thing. Well, I'm not sure we would be walking in circles at least, but I think the bigger issue is how you try to, you know, explore the tower without running into each other or just, you know, stuff like that. No, all of them should be here now. I'm sure someone got Rico from his hiding hole, even though I don't understand why they came from that direction. Or why they seem to have the sorcerers and the warriors divided into two groups like this. Shouldn't they be paired up with one another or something? So now we have another new character, Candea. Or Candina? Yeah, Candina. I believe that's how you pronounce it. And of course, Mushicha. That's. I'm just gonna call you Chia. Yeah, you look like a Chia. Or Chi-Chi. No, just Chia is fine. Let's see, you two. And she introduces herself, even though she's been the one to make the most progress, I guess. Oh yeah, Hugo. He's the other character we get to play, and this is kind of how his role in the story plays out while you're playing as Unica. Well, at least we're getting things started. Yeah, well, of course, I'm not even sure what you guys have learned compared to what Unica has, at least. Since she's the one who's scouting through. Yeah, Unica and Rika are the only ones to encounter the two warriors. And of course, Unica details her encounter with Epona. Not the horse, but the woman with the tattoos and the spear. Or I guess that's called a trident, right? Yeah, how weird is that for people outside of Ys to try and conquer you guys? They really never got travelers or, you know, merchants or anything? Yeah. So far, it seems like there's at least 3. Yeah, I guess for the most part, the dialogue, or the kind of how the story is fairly solid, but like in these sections here, as you can tell, they're kind of just going over what they already know and what they plan to do. And so we just sort of continue as we have been throughout the rest of the game, really. And then of course some of the characters will show up here and there as we continue, but at least in this part of the start of the game, it is a bit slow because of the whole, you know, having to plan this out and figure out what to do and what we've learned and all that. But we do get a few more things added on as well. Yep, sorry Rico, you're being left behind. So I guess that's kind of weird. You would think most of them would have already had powerful weapons before coming here, you know, because they were going to face powerful stuff. But no, he has to stick around, and they brought a blacksmith with him. That's kind of the weird thing, isn't it? That, you know, that they're able to bring a blacksmith with them. Yeah, and including a giant one called Belgar. Bet you haven't fought one of those and beaten it. Oh please, my limitations are growing every, you know, my limits are expanding every day, so it's not like I'm gonna get myself killed, even though I already have. Yep, this is pretty much the most she's gonna get lectured or reprimanded for this operation, even though she's kind of done a lot worse to kind of continue through this whole story. Of course, she hasn't been fighting demons one-on-one. She's been fighting demons in like groups of 4 to 5 sometimes. But yeah, so that's pretty much kind of that. We then just continue as we have been. But we do want to talk to Rico here, since he can strengthen our weapons. So let's see, he speaks some special words to strengthen and fortify items. And apparently he has a piece of clary ore on him already. There we go. So you definitely want to make sure your axe is strengthened again. Yep, we need to find more ore if we want to keep increasing our weapon here. So that's something to look out for. And then let's see, transport spells. Yeah, for the most part they just talk about kind of what they need to say, but there isn't any more to kind of go for it. But you can either talk or temper weapon if we happen to find more. Oh, yep, it tells her that all your family's magic was stolen by a rude demon. Well, good to know. But yeah, so that's all the time we have for today, so join us next time as we continue our trek up the tower to finally, find our goddesses and all these bad people who seem to be controlling demons now. So, until next time, have fun gaming.